Awesome. What's up, guys? So, I am going to be doing the Saturday getting started training. I'm definitely unprepared. I actually had a meeting to be in at 12 o'clock Eastern time, but I lost my car keys and nobody else was saying, hey, I'll do the training. So, I was like, well, looks like it's a good opportunity for me to do another one. So, welcome. I'm going to make this somewhat quick. I don't want to take up all of you guys' time, but for those of you who do not know me, my name is Gavin Teague. I've been an Lpreneur for about 8 months now. It's been one of the most incredible journeys I have ever been on. And as time goes on, I get more and more passionate about helping the new person getting started and helping people just go out and share this conversation with everybody and hopefully build a pretty solid business if that's what you're here to do along the way. So, I do live in North Carolina, so if you guys could turn your cameras on, look all crazy, and I'm far from serious, so I want you guys to know that. Hey, Marcy and Patricia and Christy and Elise, I see all of you. Oh,
Okay.
look at all the cameras. So as we go along here, here's the thing. I could talk for hours and hours. I have no notes. I found out at 11:57 Eastern I was going to be doing this at 12. So as we go along, if you have questions, please put them in the chat. I'll see it pop up on my screen. And hopefully those questions can help maybe answer things that other people are wondering as well. And we're going to have some fun here. So if you are on this training, I can assume one of two things. You are really excited and you tried this product and you're wondering, how do I go out and build this? How do I go share this? How do I build a team? How do I create some income? You know, everybody's going to have different goals when they get started here, or you have no clue why you're here. You're just excited and someone said, hey, get on this so you can see all these crazy, fired up, excited coffee drinkers. So first and foremost, most importantly, if you are here, if you are wanting to go share this, you need to have a great personal experience. You have to have a story. You know, I have people all the time that are like, hey, I want to join the business. I want to be a promoter. I want to be a distributor. I want to sell coffee. And guys, really what we have our hands on here, we're not doing that. We're not selling anything. Of course, there is a transaction involved, but we are sharing happiness. You are giving people the gift of happiness. That looks different for everybody. Some people want more energy. Some people want more money. Some people just want to feel better. Some people want to eat less. Some people want to lose weight. Everybody has a different reason for why they are attracted to what it is that we're doing here. So I encourage everybody, have a story. That story might happen in one day. That story might happen in a week. That story might happen in a month. But you have to start there because facts tell and stories sell. And your story is what's going to inspire people to want to try what it is that we have. So when you're getting started here, the main thing to know other than having your story is that this is incredibly simple. You know, a lot of people that have maybe been in other opportunities, other network marketing companies, other products, you know, you had to do all these different things, okay? Whether it be a detox shake or a protein shake or a, my goodness, I could go on and on about all the things that I've tried and that either didn't work or that were way too complicated. Most of us can. So here, what you got to realize, we're talking about a cup of coffee, guys. A cup of freaking coffee. People drink this stuff every day before they've ever been introduced to our smart coffee or dose. So you don't have to go into this thinking that you need to learn anything about the ingredients, anything about the products, anything about how the comp plan works. What you need to know is the more people you talk to, the more people you're going to help. The more people you help, the bigger the team you're going to build. The bigger the team you build, the more money that you make. The more money that you make, the more time freedom that you have with your family or to do the things that you want to do. So don't complicate this in the sense of trying to learn everything. You know, it's a good thing to be well educated for yourself, to know what you're doing. But as far as going out, you don't have to be able to teach everybody everything here. It's very, very, very simple and very duplicatable. And if you can keep that mentality the whole way through, you'll continuously grow and your team will start to duplicate. So when you get started here, one thing I suggest, I love using social media. You do not have to use social media, but in today's time, I mean, look at this. We're all on a Zoom. There's 60 people. It's a Saturday at noon. and we're all here looking at each other all over the world. Okay, so social media is a way to stay connected with people. It's a way to inspire and touch more people at once, as opposed to going out and talking to everybody individually. Because you can make a Facebook post or do a Facebook Live video and reach hundreds of people. And how many people are you going to be able to go talk to when you leave your front door? Okay, like probably not 200 people a day. So you don't have to be a perfectionist at social media. You don't need to have a major network built with thousands of people. But utilizing social media on this journey is going to shed light to more people than if you didn't. So I will start with saying that. When I got started here, I felt amazing. You know, I just had a great experience with the product. I knew that this could help a lot of people. I went out and, you know, very, very simply made a couple social media posts. Now, I see personally a lot of people that get so excited about this, they go making their job description Ellapreneur at Elevocity. Okay, you don't have to do that. You don't need to do that, because you need to ask yourself right here, right now, what is the benefit of other people knowing that you're with Elevocity? There isn't one. There's no benefit. People still ask me to this day, what do you do? They don't need to know what I do. Okay, I drink coffee. What do you do? So the point is, you don't need to go branding Elevocity, Ellapreneurs, coffee dealer. I mean, I've seen so many things and I look at it and it doesn't mean that it's wrong, but if your goal is to keep people wondering and focus on attraction marketing, the less you tell, the more they don't know. The more they don't know, the more they're coming to you asking you, and you want to be the source of information to help people get their journey started. Because I want to give an example here, and this might help some of you. If Gavin put on his profile elevocity.com/Gavin, okay, which is my website, and people went and looked up Elevocity, to be honest with you, right now, they're probably going to see the shipping sucks, okay? The shipping sucks, okay? We are through these hard times. We're on the up and up, and people can go form their own biased opinions if you're giving them the information, and you wouldn't ever know they even looked it up. So what I did when I got started is I went on Facebook. I said, who on my Facebook is a coffee lover? Or who on my Facebook needs more energy? Or, you know, we have a funny little coffee picture that has all of the coffee cups with different amounts of creamer, and you might put who or how do you like your coffee? Personally, I'm a number 7. And I'll show you guys a couple examples of posts. Like I said, I was not prepared, so let me pull up my Facebook really quickly and just show you guys a couple posts that you can model after to help you get started. Because I think it's important. The way you get started is truly everything here. And to this day, I've still not put a whole lot out that's specifically pertaining to coffee. Sorry, my Facebook looks pretty crazy right now. So here's some posts that I've made. I'm just going to share my screen really, really, really quick. Okay. Coffee makes everything better in the mornings. Where are my coffee lovers? Kind of crazy. I've not had afternoon cravings or naps since I changed one thing during my day. Everybody that sees that is asking themselves, what did he change? What's different? You know, whatever the case may be. Now, your goal is to simply find coffee drinkers, because anyone that loves coffee is going to love more coffee, right? I mean, that's just a fact. 80% of the world has to drink it every day just to function and stay alive. 39% of people said they would give up their cell phone before they would give up coffee. So my point is, people, it's a commodity. It's the second most traded commodity in the world. You have something everyone's already doing. So by you attracting coffee drinkers and staying positive on social media, your whole conversation is very, 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 very simple. It's who on my Facebook is a coffee drinker. When you have your coffee drinkers, you literally who is unmuted.
Hold on, I make my coffee.
Let me go find who's unmuted. Manage it all. Yep, now they're muted. Okay, so throws me off. See, I get in my zone and then I get thrown off. All right, where was I at? Your whole goal when you're having this conversation is to keep it super simple. You find out your coffee drinkers, right? That's step 1. Step 2 Have you heard of the Happy Coffee, or have you tried the Happy Coffee that everybody's been talking about? And Chris Schweda is the master at it when he taught me that, because I took it and ran with it. When you say everybody's been talking about, that person you're saying that to is going, oh my gosh, everybody's been talking about it. Well, I haven't heard of it. So what are we talking about here? And they ask you, what is it? At that point, I always keep it very, very, very simple. And I say, oh my gosh, I've been drinking this coffee and I've been taking this capsule every single day, and I tell my story. Okay, I share my experience. I don't tell them the facts. I don't tell them the ingredients. I don't tell them what it does. I just share my story. Or if it's someone that maybe wants weight loss, I'll share a weight loss story with them, or I'll tag them in something so they can see some information. They're going to want to try it. Okay, at that point, it's you go, both products that you want here are only $80 a month. That's with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Or I can hook you up with a sample pack. The sample pack looks just like this. It's just a dose shareable. Hopefully when you got started, you picked up some shareables. These are, you get 33, 11 of them are chocolate only, Chocolate for people that don't like coffee, for people that are caffeine sensitive, whatever the case may be. 11 of them are a mix of the coffee and the chocolate, and then 11 are just coffee. They're awesome. They're presentable. They're professional. They're easy. You just put them right in the mail, and you don't have to do any talking. You know why? Because when your customer opens this bad boy up, they see everything they need to know. So these shareables are the ticket to building your business. Plain and simple. They are going to build the business for you. And I do know that we have a couple new packs that should be released sometime this month. That's really exciting. But these shareables are everything. And I charge people $10 for them, not because I want my money back, but because I want people to value what they're getting their hands on. And if you're like me, you've probably gotten free samples of stuff in the past. Where are those free samples? They're probably still in the same drawer that they were put in 2 years ago, okay? So make people value what they are getting here. All right, everybody follow me? Thumbs up? Good? Cool. So after they get the product, it's very simple. You don't have to recruit people. The product recruits people for you. We have so many amazing tools that you can plug people into here that's going to do the work. So Vincent Rose, I'm going to shout him out because we work together all the time. Vincent Rose is awesome, and I'm on his team. And let's say that I sample out Chad Lumpkin. I see Chad's face right here. So what's up, Chad? Happy Saturday. So I'm sampling Chad. Okay, he came to me, he said, Gavin, what's this coffee you're talking about? And I ended up hooking up Chad with a 2-day sample. And on day 2, I follow up with Chad because, guys, the follow-up is everything. You can give out thousands of samples. If you don't follow up, you're not going to get a customer. You need to follow up. You're better off staying consistent, talking to just a couple people every day. And I'm going to give you guys a couple action steps that you can take leaving this to go ahead and get your business launched. But you're better off talking to a few people every day and plugging them into the system than you are talking to 100 people a day and plugging them into nothing. Okay, understand this. It's not about how many people you talk to. It's about how well you execute the system and how well that you can be resourceful instead of trying to be the resource. Write that down. Be resourceful. Don't be the resource. Okay, so when I have somebody that loves it, let's say Chad loves it, I very simply am on the phone with Chad talking about his experience. He is fired up. I'm like, Chad, what'd you like? Man, I love the appetite suppression. Dude, I weighed myself. I'm down 2 pounds. My energy's amazing. I hung out with my kids for the first time in 5 years. Whatever. I've heard it all. Chad says these things. I say, man, that's awesome. Are you ready to get started? And Chad might go, well, what are some different ways to mix it up? Or how much does it cost a month? Or is there an opportunity? Or it doesn't matter what question Chad asks. That's a perfect opportunity to say, hey, Chad, dude, great question. Tell you what, man, I'm just really excited. I got a really good buddy, Vince or Colt or DJ or Lisa or Danny or Chris Schweda. It don't matter whose team you're on. I got a great buddy, a great friend that introduced me to this product. They know all the answers to all the questions. I'm just flat out excited and wanted to share it with you. Hang on 1 second. Let me get him on the phone so I can connect you to. And introduce Chad to Vince. Mute the phone and shut up. That's what you do. And that's all you have to do. And if you can do this consistently every single day, you're going to introduce people. You're going to walk them through the system. You're already modeling for them what you want them to do when they join your business, and they're going to go duplicate. They're going to go do it over and over and over. But when you get in your own way and you try to learn everything and think that people want to know everything, you're literally just running in place all the time, all day, every day. It's easier to get a tribe of people, and the whole goal in network marketing, and this is something else I've learned, is you want a lot of people doing a little bit. So if you can get a lot of people doing a little bit, you're going to go build a massive organization. No matter what you think, you're going to go build a massive organization. Chris, I saw you back on. Did you want to add a couple things?
Well, first off, I haven't gotten on a call that you've done the entire training in a while. And what I can share with you guys is everything that Gavin is saying is spot on, what Larry Thompson had talked about from a simplicity perspective. And there was only one part that one part of our system of what we've been using where I was like, wait, are we not supposed to do that? And it was the three-way call. And at first it kind of freaked me out because I was like, wait, what do you mean? We're not supposed to connect to other people? And he goes, no, you do. But the way that you have to make this come across to everyone is you cannot have any reason for anyone to be able to say that I can't do this. Now, say they're not technologically inclined and they're like, well, I don't know how to do a three-way call. Or if they're whatever, it really doesn't matter who someone is. You just have to make sure that what you're doing is so simple that anybody can do it, no matter what their background is, no matter what, whether they're old, young, no matter who they are, they can do what they do. And what he did specify, and guys, who I'm talking about is the co-founder of Herbalife, Larry Thompson. We got the incredible opportunity. We were invited in due to the fact that we are part of the Founders Advisory Board, and we were asked to come in. And basically, we had three of the billion-dollar strategists in this industry that are in their companies that they grew are in the top 10. All three of them, their companies are in the top 10. Network marketing, direct sales companies in the world. Not in the country, in the world. And they're still the top 10 in the world. In that top 10, one is number 2, one is number 3, and one is number 9. And with that, these guys shared with us why they were here. Why were they here? Why did they decide to partner up with Elapreneurs? And I know a lot of people, if you've been a part of this for the last 2 months and what we dealt with, you're probably asking yourself, why am I here? But these guys partnered with us because of the vision. And the reason why we were able to not, have our whole business implode over the last 2 months with all of the challenges is because we remembered why we got started and why we were here. And it was because of that vision that Robert Oblon had to create that environment where everyone can win, where it wasn't a fake deal, where you had an opportunity to grow, where you had a place that you could plant your flag and truly have success, whatever that is to you, whether it be an extra $200 a month or an extra $2,000 or beyond. And I just wanted to share that because being at this event, it's funny, Larry Thompson is a co-founder of Herbalife, and we're saying that, but he describes himself as a long-haired hippie construction worker still to this day. And his wife was a single mother. And that's how, before they got married, of course. And that's how they described themselves as, hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So what I just want to share is that what Gavin went over just now is so simplistic that anybody can do what he just shared. Anyone can do that. And what he shared with the three-way calling guys when he shared passing it off, that could be a three. Introducing anything. It could be anything. And the other thing that I heard over and over and over, and no matter how anything was phrased to Larry, he would say, I don't know. All I do know is, and he would tell a story. I'm on a call. Thank you. Basically, every single time somebody would say something, I don't know. All I do know is, and he would tell a story. Man, I drink this stuff and I feel great. I've been doing this and this is what happened. This happened, that happened. And it's just a story, a story, a story, a story, a story. Facts tell, stories sell. Gavin started off with that. Guys, that is the simplicity of what we're doing. And yes, Gavin's the one doing the training. We have so many people in this team that are capable of doing the same training, and you're going to hear the same thing. This is another point I want to make, just kind of like what I picked up over the weekend. And, you guys are going to hear tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a Zoom. There's going to be a bunch of us jumping on this Zoom. That's going to be breaking down, kind of like the vision of where we're going. You all know, if you started in this group, we shared the vision, our vision of what we wanted to create. And these guys got up in front of the room and shared with us why they told Robert that they wanted to be a part of this. This wasn't Robert going after these guys and saying, hey, we want you to join us. We want you to back us. We want to give you a deal or whatever, so where we can use your name and leverage your name. No, these guys got up in front of the room. And Keith Hall started off with saying that his friend Garrett had said, you need to see what Robert's doing. Now, Keith Hall's, not only did he grow Nu Skin to $1 billion company, but when he retired from corporate, went into the field and built a huge organization and built a multi-million-dollar industry in his business. And from what I heard, the guy's worth tens of millions of dollars, and he doesn't need to be here. He doesn't need to have a job. He doesn't need to be in corporate. But he wanted to take what he learned not only from corporate, but from the field and put it back into the right company. And he shared with us that this is the first time that he has really seen something that he wanted to be a part of. And then when you have John Fleming, who was the president of Avon West, which is over all of North America and all that stuff, and I believe like the UK, and I just basically like the whole Western world. He shared why he was attracted to Robert and wanted to be a part of it. And then you have, Larry Thompson, who many of you all might have seen at the last event of the Happiness Extension. And he shares, that he didn't have any idea what Robert was doing, but he saw him speak at the ANMP, and he says, I was just attracted to his message, and I wanted to find out more. And then, Taylor, his wife, basically said, we're going to go sit down with, that guy, Robert. And he's just like, he gave us a lesson to his women. He's like, yes, ma'am. He's like, that's what you say to your wife. So he went, and when he heard Robert talk, he was like, this resonated with him from a perspective of, it was like the first time since he's left Herbalife that he has felt like it had the same energy, the same pizzazz, the same culture, the same, like, something that Herbalife had. And he was explaining to his wife, because his wife introduced him to us, but then she didn't make it to the event because she was already committed to be at something else. And she was asking, well, he goes, I really can't describe it. Like, he goes, but it was the craziest thing. Nobody got up in front of the room and was talking about their cars, their houses, they didn't talk about money. Like, everybody that got up in front of the room talked about what happened in their life, but nobody got up and like really talked about money. And that's different, guys. If you look at the industry, everybody's, it's shiny object. They're all promoting, you know, the cars and the fancy lifestyle and all that stuff. And really that will attract a certain percentage of the population. But guys, Uber is the number one 1099 employer in the world. And they're not even all that old. So we're not competing with other network marketing companies anymore. We're competing with the Ubers and the Lyfts. And that over 40% of Americans right now have a part-time job of some sort, 40%. And their goal is to make an extra $500 a month. Guys, how does that resonate? When I shared with them our message that our team started, she was like, that is so much, Taylor said, that is our culture. When I talked about the thousandaire and how you become a thousandaire to help a couple people make an extra $500 a month, guys, our message is bringing back old school philosophies of why this industry started. So when you look at why did these guys partner, because they see that the industry is become, and he explained, and I'm going to see if I can share these videos, but he shares in this video program that they sent us prior to meeting with them, and it went over the history of network marketing, and it went over changed, and how even it's still one of the best industries out there. It's become convoluted, not as pure as what it was when it started. And it was originally designed
Well, I don't know where Chris went, but could y'all hear him? Time to get the energy back up. All right, he couldn't do it or he'd have road rage. Anyways, so like I was total shift of energy here. So when we were talking about keeping it simple, you understand keeping it simple. Chris, you just got lost, but you're muted. Hard muted.
Bottom line, guys, is we have the home that you want to be at. We have 3 billionaire strategists that are all here for a reason. And the reason is they resonate with the message that Robert wants. They resonate with the message that all of us were attracted to. Every one of us were attracted to that message. And that's why we're here. And that's why we will be a dominating force in the industry. And I'm going to just shut up, but bottom line is every single thing that Gavin just went through, every single thing is spot on what's going to make this a game changer. And I don't want to use the, we're going to be a legacy company and this and that and all that crap because I'm telling you, I've heard that so much over the last 10 years, and I've watched the companies I was with implode because of ego and other things like that. So with that being said, Gavin, I just want to commend you for your leadership and what you've done. And, I couldn't be more blessed to have not only you, but just all of the leaders. And I'm saying leaders, guys, because leader, that's a term people use. But if you're out there doing things that other people aren't doing, you're a leader. If you're on this call on a Saturday morning, you're a leader. So when I'm saying that, I'm blessed to have this group of people that I'm a part of and that I've been blessed to have you guys in my life. So with that said, I'm going to shut up, turn it back over to you, Gavin, and just say I'm awed by what is to come. And we'll share tomorrow night some of the strategies that have been changed so where all the challenges that we've been doing or having are going to no longer be a challenge. But I'm not saying it's going to be gone tomorrow. John Fleming said it'll take about 6 weeks for everything to really iron itself out to where we are actually moving smoothly to where, we don't want to pull our hair out. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Gavin. Thanks for stepping up and handling the Zoom this morning.
Cool, man. So appreciate you and all that you do. So a couple things here, guys, because to build this, it's really simple. You don't want to overthink it. You already went through like the simple process, the conversation, how you can get started on social media. Couple things I would suggest. Number one, get rid of any fear that you have. Just completely obliterate anything in your mind that may be holding you back, that may have hindered you from ever growing in previous companies, or anything that you're thinking to yourself of, oh my gosh, if this is like this, then it's not going to be good. Like, start fresh. Start right now, right here today. If you've been here 7 months, start today. I'm talking to myself here too, not just all of you. Start fresh. Rebuild. The beauty of network marketing, you can start at any point. You can get going at any point. If you're disappointed with what's happening with your team and you're not growing as fast as you want, build a new team. Okay, you did it once. Why can't you do it again? So the main thing here is be authentic. Get rid of fear. Be authentic. Be vulnerable. I tell people all the
Gavin,
time.
Can you hear me, Gavin?
Yes.
Hey, I just popped on for a minute and I caught your conversation. That's funny that you were sharing about rebuilding. If the people that are working with you right now aren't moving, just go out there and rebuild. That's what Larry Thompson was talking about. He goes, back whenever I started network marketing 50 years ago, I had to go door to door. That's how they were doing their presentations. They didn't have fax. They didn't have emails. So just go out there and find the people that are looking for you. You know, because you're looking for them, they're looking for you also. I just want to share that with you guys. Hey, we do have a Zoom. We're going to have a massive Zoom on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, this same link. So be sure to get it out to all your team members. It's going to be epic. Go ahead, Gavin. Sorry, I had to cut you off, buddy.
That's the second time, man. I don't know if I got a third in me. Like, once I get rolling, I'm going. Y'all don't understand. Anyways, back to it. So here's the thing. Be authentic. Be real. Be transparent. Be vulnerable. Your story could absolutely shift someone else's life. Seriously, your story can unlock someone's prison. And like Ricky said, it's just rebuild, to stay in the mindset of where you're going. You know, when I got started here, Ricky and Chris, I fell in love with their vision, because they loved Robert's vision. And all this is belief. You're going to hit bumps in the road. You're going to hit challenges. Things are not going to go perfect all the time. But if you remember why you're doing it, if you remember where you want to go, I promise you nothing will ever put out your fire. And every day that I wake up, I know why I'm doing this. I wake up and absolutely I'm on fire to go share this with every person in the entire world, whether it's someone I meet at the gas station, or it's a family member, or it's somebody I even flipped through yearbooks. Now, granted, I'm 21, so they're not going to date back that far, but I flipped through yearbooks and I'm like, hey, I hadn't talked to this person and we used to hang out after school every day. This was like 12 years ago. Like, they were a little kid. Wonder what they're up to now. Search them on Facebook. Hey, what you up to? Just start networking. Where people, I feel like, in this industry create the most tension for themselves is by looking at everything as a transaction. They don't look at things as a longevity based relationship, that they could actually get to know someone and what someone else wants out of life. And these are important things that if you just focus on people, it's a slower process, but you truly have to plant the seeds, water the seeds, and reap the harvest. Planting the seeds might take a month. It might take somebody seeing something over and over and over and over and over again. And a lot of you have probably experienced it. 60 days in, somebody's like, oh, I've been watching you. What's this coffee about? They just don't ask. So you can't come into this, like, think about it 12 months from now. Forget 30 days, forget 60 days, forget 90 days, forget trying to recuperate your shareable pack money right away. This is a freaking business, okay? You're starting a business. How much could you go open a restaurant for? Ask yourself that. How much would it cost to open a retail store? Ask yourself that. How much would it cost to start a dog training facility? Ask yourself that. A lot more than $250. So if you're coming into this thinking, oh, I got to flip it, I got to make some money real quick, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go get an hourly job if you want a paycheck that's guaranteed. But if you want something that can truly create financial freedom, if you want something that can create a life that you want for your family a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, this is where you can do it. I started 3 years ago in this industry. I didn't start 8 months ago. We have a vehicle that if you can understand, it will drive you anywhere that you want. But you have to stay consistent every day. The one thing I've done since December the 13th, which is when I tried this and started opening my mouth and shouting it from the rooftops, is I've done it every single day. When I didn't want to do it, when I did want to do it, when I could have said I don't have time, when I could have said I need to do this, I never made an excuse. If you're making excuses, turn the excuses or the reasons that you're telling yourself, because that's all it is. We all have the same product. We all have the same 24 hours. You know, we might have different circumstances. I don't have kids. You might. But the point is, you can find a way to do something small every day. And little things that you do every day convert to habits. And when something becomes a habit, it becomes your lifestyle. I don't have to think about it every day when I wake up doing this. I don't. It's already part of my routine. I know why I'm doing it. I know what I'm doing, and I know where I'm going. So the point is, stay consistent every day. If you haven't yet, go make a dream board. Go get a poster board, get your kids with you, have fun, get a bunch of magazines, car magazines, entrepreneur magazines, house magazines, lifestyle magazines, and literally cut the stuff out that you want in your life. No, you don't. This is not saying bring out your materialistic side and think about all the things that money is going to buy you whenever you're successful. But here's the thing. Whatever you envision for your life, whether it be good or bad, is exactly what it's going to be. Whether you think you're right or not, you're right. If you think you're broke, you're going to stay broke. If you think you're rich, you're going to be rich. You have to act as if. Every day I wake up, I'm already knowing and assuming and feeling that I have a team of 100,000 people, that I've generated 7 figures a month for myself and my future family. 7 figures. My mindset's way up here. You have to dream big. You have to dream so much bigger than you've ever dreamed before. And that's the only way that you're going to get places that you never imagined being able to go. So dream bigger than you could ever imagine dreaming. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to have $1 million tomorrow. I'm not even saying it has to be monetarily related. But if you want more time with your kids, this is the way to do it. If you don't like your job, this is a way that you can do it. If you want to take your health back and change your family's health and people around you, this is a way that you can do it. Everyone is here for a different reason. I don't know why you are here. But what I know is you're going to love this product. You're going to naturally share this product with absolutely everybody. And you're going to impact a lot of people's lives. Don't focus on the transactions. Don't focus on the numbers. Don't focus on your volume. Focus on other people and helping them get where they want. So, a couple things that you can do, guys, or a couple things to remember, and this is going to be a little bit off topic, but back to kind of what we were talking about earlier. The expectation that you set is everything. I was on a call earlier this morning talking about when I give samples out, because somebody was like, well, I gave these samples out and this person didn't feel it and they think it doesn't work for them. What should I do? I said, well, if they're thinking that, it's because you set a very poor expectation. When you sample someone, and you're going to be different than me because I'm the only Gavin on this Zoom, but this is what I say. Hey, I don't know if you're going to feel anything, or you may feel everything. I have no idea because you're different than me. I just know that I love this stuff and I'm going to continue to drink it every day. And so is everybody that I share it with. I tell them they're going to drink it every day. But notice, I didn't say, you're going to lose 5 pounds. Your energy is going to be insane. You're going to sleep better. You're going to this. You're going to that. I don't know that. I can't predict what their life is like. So by me saying you might feel nothing or you might feel everything, guess what happens? When I follow up with them on day 2, hey, Gavin, I didn't feel anything. Hey, that's what I told you, brother. That's why you got to get it for a month. That's why you need to try it for a month to get the full experience. Or if they say, dude, I'm down 5 pounds and I spent more time with my kids and this happened and that happened and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, isn't that awesome? That's exactly what I told you, right? So the better you set the expectation, the more people you're going to convert. Okay. It's as simple as that. You have to get better at setting the expectation every single time. The beauty of it is if you've screwed it up 100 times, go do it again. You can keep getting it better and better and better and better and better. Just never give up. Never give up. So last thing, get out of your own way. Just get out of your own way. Get rid of worrying about saying the wrong things. Get rid of thinking you got to know everything. Get rid of thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do a Facebook Live. My hair, I'm not going to sound right. I'm going to stutter. They're going to judge me. I might cry. Like, guys, you're in network marketing. You're here to build relationships. You're here to inspire people. Get out of your own way. Go out and share your story. Facebook Live, Instagram Live, Snapchat, all the social media platforms, LinkedIn, they're all amazing platforms to share your story. And the more people your story's in front of, the more people that are going to be joining your business. So the action steps I told you guys that you could leave this call with to go start really building your network and connecting with new people is the 5-5-3 rule. I actually learned this from somebody yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's amazing. So 5-5-3 means it is just a simple thing that you can make part of your daily method of operations, okay? Connect with 5 new people daily. Add 5 new people daily on social media, okay? Connect with 5 new people. If you got to go hand out 5 business cards at Walmart and meet 5 people, do that. You don't have to use social media. I'm just basing it off that because most people do. Add 5 new people, not just any random person. Go to a motivational speakers page. Go to an influencers page. Go to someone you look up to that's a celebrities page. Find 5 people that are engaging with that person, that are commenting on that person's content, that are positive, that are upbeat. You know, take a minute. Take 10 minutes to do this. Go look at their profile. See where they're from. See what they do. Like some of their stuff. Don't be a weirdo, but just connect with them. Add them when they accept your friend request. Hey, great connecting with you. I saw that you live in Florida. Oh my gosh, I have a couple people I work with that live in Florida. Look forward to connecting with you. What are they going to ask you? What do you do? I mean, it's simple. Just go connect with 5 people. The next part of the 5-5-5 or 5-5-3 rule is invite 5 new people to look at what you have every day. Whether I'm meeting them at Starbucks, at Walmart, at the gas station, whatever I'm doing. Hey, do you drink coffee? You heard of Happy Coffee? Oh my gosh, share your story, send them the dose video, whatever your call to action is, have them do that. And the 3 is make sure 3 people do it. Follow up with those 5 people. Make sure 3 people take a look at what you sent them. Follow up with them. Hey, what'd you think of the video? What'd you like of the video? Oh, I like that you release endorphins when you drink this coffee. Oh my God, me too. That's what everybody says. Like, 5-5-3, 5-5-3 every day. You do not go to sleep until that 3 is checked off. Guys, it's not hard. If you start at 9 o'clock in the morning when you wake up, you're going to talk to 5 people during your day. This doesn't take hours. This doesn't even take 20 minutes. It's just do it every day. Build your network. Get this in front of people. If you don't have product, if you're not sampling your product and you're not inviting people to look at what you have, well, how's your business going to grow? It's not. So those are 3 very simple things that you can do. And guys, this is actually the last thing because we're at 48 minutes. It's a quote that I heard a couple years ago, actually in my former company, and a lot of you have probably heard it before. But first you think, then you feel, then you do, and then it's real. And I want you to write that down, and I'll say it one more time, or type it in your phone, or put it in the chat, whatever you got to do. First you think, and then you feel, and then you do, and then it's real. What does that mean? Guys, your thoughts are everything. if you believe that you're taking this to the stars, that you're going to impact thousands of people, and a lot of people on this call love to help people. You might be a teacher, you love to teach people. You might be a doctor, you might be in the medical field, you love to serve people, you love to help people. Guys, this is the same thing. We just have a different vehicle, okay? If you think that you're going to suck, you're going to suck. If you think you're going to be amazing and make a difference in people's lives, that's exactly right. So first you think, and then it becomes a feeling. Then it's real. Then you're actually feeling it. Then you go out and do. You act on it. And then it becomes reality. So guys, your thinking, your thought process, your mindset, your belief is everything. A billionaire puts his pants on the same way as somebody that's making $20,000 a year. Never forget that. It's all in your mindset. It's all what you believe you can do and where you think this can go. So guys, that's really all I got. Kind of all over the map today, but if you have questions, put them in the chat real quick. I'll take a few minutes and answer any questions. It could be anything at all that you might be struggling with, that you want help with, that you want advice on. That's what that's here for. If there isn't anything, then I'll just kind of end it and everybody can go on and enjoy their Saturday. You're welcome, everybody. I love doing this, so you don't have to thank me.
Gavin, what's one tip?
Go ahead, Vince.
I was just going to say, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. I want your question to get answered too. I was just going to say, what's one thing, man, that took your business from where it's at to where it went last month? Like what was, and I'm sure there was multiple game changers, but if you had one or two tips of what was the game changer of my business was rocking, but then it grew by 33%. If there's one thing that you could say that was kind of the catalyst to that, what would it be?
So actually I got it from Marcy, and she was like, Gavin, you got to create one of these groups. And this isn't something for everyone to do individually. You're probably part of a team right now that may already have one. If they don't, chat with your upline, usually a few levels up. If you have a lot of people in your organization, this is good for you to do. If you don't, then that's why chat, like Marcy has probably a pretty big organization built here. There's a lot of people that do. So Marcy had a group, and all the group is designed for is to share stories, share recipes, share information. So I have a group called Health, Wealth, and Happiness. It's a private group, okay? It's a secret group, so you can't find it if you look it up. And what it's designed for is for all my prospects, all my customers, all my distributors, and everyone all the way down in my team to invite people to, okay? So they look at it. And all we do is make funny faces, taking pictures with our coffee cups, or share testimonies, or if a customer comes to me and says, oh my gosh, I love this stuff for the past week, this is what's happened, I have them share it in that group. Okay, when they share their story in that group, like for example, Danny Hurt is on my team. If she's inviting people to that group, they may see a testimonial that they resonate with, and they might comment on the testimonial, what are you doing? How do I get samples? Whatever the question may be, and we're going to see that Danny invited her to the group. So we're going to say, hey, Danny, your friend wants samples, or your friend's ready to order, or whatever. So it's a place we've created. Guys, it's all about community. We've created the culture that we want within that group. And, people feel a part of something even without being a part of the business yet. And I think that's powerful. I think we've grown it from like 200 people to 1,800 in less than 30 days, which I know it could probably go a lot faster if we were adding a bunch of random people, but we're just adding people during conversation saying, hey, is it cool if I add you to my Facebook group so you can read some awesome stories? So get with your coach, your upline, or whoever. We also have the Team Rise customer page. It pretty much serves as the same thing if you're not already a part of one of these groups I'm talking about. Team Rise customer page, there's tons of stories in there. So use those stories to help you inspire people instead of information that you learn. Marcy, what were you going to say? I know you unmuted.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I know everybody's talking about this Larry Thompson and stuff. And, another big thing to keep your mindset where you need it to be. And I thank you for this morning's getting started training. You've got me back on fire. And you know, I want to just say it, you know, as somebody that has built a big organization, sometimes you can get off track, and, you know, things, I want everybody to know all of us have things in our personal life that sometimes makes us feel overwhelmed. And, you know, I've been off track for about 2 weeks, and you've got me back on fire this morning, Gavin. So thank you for that.
Let's go. I want to bring you
I know. But Larry Thompson, I was privileged enough to be able to see him at the ANMP, where Robert spoke, where he, you know, felt that energy from Robert. They did I had never heard of him before that ANMP, you know. I just hadn't. I mean, it's, you know, one of those, so we hadn't heard of everybody. But there were so many multimillionaires in that room that it was kind of overwhelming. And they all got up on that stage and credited Larry Thompson for creating, you know, what they have, like for teaching them for what they had. And overwhelmingly, they all brought up the same cassette tape that they said they wore out. Of course, we don't have cassette tapes anymore, but they overwhelmingly all said that they listened to this same cassette tape over and over and over and over again in all of their spare time. So, of course, we do what successful people do, right? So I got online and I ordered what they were discussing, and it's on CD. It's on his website. It did, you know, believe it or not, everybody's not Amazon Prime, and other people have shipping issues. This took about 6 weeks for me to get, but I did receive my CDs in the mail, and I'm starting to listen to them today. I started this morning, and it is the original Larry Thompson's Millionaire Training. And so I encourage y'all to get that, because like I said, this is something I'm excited. There's 2 discs in the case. For anybody that's leaders, I ordered a 5-pack of them so I can give them to my team and let them wear them out, you know? So, you know, this is just something awesome. Personal development. You've got to have the personal development to be able to stick through the issues, to be able to, you've got to attend the training, like I said, to get, like you put me on. It's not anything that I haven't heard this morning, but you've got me back on fire, and we've got to stay plugged in to be able to do that, because things in our lives is going to interrupt us. And if we're plugged in, then we're going to get right back on track where we need to be. And so that's just extremely important. So thank you, Gavin, for this morning.
Thank you for that. And guys, here's the thing. These take place every Saturday. We have team calls every Monday. Plug your people into them. If you have somebody that, and not even only that, we got opportunity Zooms Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays. We have recordings. Like, use the system to build the people. Let the people get the training they need, and let that result in them going to build a business. The more resourceful you get with plugging people right into what we already have, the bigger of a business you're going to build. And all that I do is keep it as simple as I was keeping it on day one. It's like Marcy said, it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to try to reinvent the wheel. Do you drink coffee? Have you tried the Happy Coffee? Try this stuff. It's like crack coffee. You're going to love it. You're never going to look back. Like, keep it simple. Keep the main thing. And guys, go out there and rock it out. So with that, thank you all for hopping on. It will be available on a recording. We'll get that to everybody. And look forward to seeing all of you on tomorrow night at 7. I think it's 7 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. It will be put out, the team Zoom, for company updates for all of you. So guys, have an awesome Saturday, and thank you for watching.